Hi, I am Global Warming. Welcome to my first mini tutorial on Serenity BDD. Mini-tutorial, Serenity mini-tutorial. Moving on. What we have here is an UI automation nightmare. We have a bunch of cryptic steps, cryptic element selectors that will break when you look at them funny. And sleeps, don't use them, period. Imagine an error in line 55. Even if you had written this code yourself, after 1 month of not looking at it, you would be totally lost and you would spend like half an hour figuring out what this code actually does. So this is an unreadable and therefore unmaintainable mess. Let's see how we can make this better with Serenity. For that, we need to look at the script more from a top-down view. We want to ask the questions why, what, and then answer the how. So why do we test? Let's assume we have some kind of e-commerce platform where people can order products. We want to make sure that they can actually do that. So let's remove this setup and teardown steps. Serenity will manage the browser for us. First, we need a customer, an actor. Let's call her Lisa. And also, Lisa should use a browser. With customer.can, we assign the ability to use a browser. Lisa wants to order a product, and we define success as she sees an order confirmation message. That's the what we check. So how does she do it? To order a product, she needs to go to our store's homepage, one of the few instances where we actually use page objects in Serenity. This sets the default URL of the homepage. Default URL because you can pretty easily define different environments, so the page object is valid in test, UAT, staging, production, whatever you need. Now logging in. Let's move our login code to a dedicated performable. Performables are everything an actor can actually do. Usually, when you want to log in somewhere, you need to click on login. Let's say it's a button in the header. Let's click it. And assuming we land on some kind of username password form, we enter email and password. Where do these values come from? We have like an imaginary notepad where we can write down test data our actor should know. Basically just the key value store for every actor. At the beginning of the script, we tell Lisa what she should remember. And then we call it when needed. The web elements we need now we'll collect in the login form class in the page package. It is not a page object though, it's just a list of element locators with descriptions. And we don't really need to click any submit button, do we? Well, we just hit enter, done. That's our login action. So to keep it quick and simple, we skip a bunch of steps like adding the product to cart and just say, okay, we need to complete the checkout. So we now reduced our JUnit test to a few meaningful lines. Oh, I forgot to sleep. Let's see. Let's assume our login form takes a while to display, making our tests flaky. We can just tell Lisa to wait a certain amount in which the email input should be visible. If not, the test will fail, and if it's displayed earlier, we immediately continue. No need to wait the whole 10 seconds. Okay, so we move all these steps in Performables and create better selectors for the elements. What's left? Another sleep. Okay, our order confirmation may take a while to display, and instead of waiting for something, we can actually include the wait in our check with the eventually method. Let's create another check. Usually we don't configure actors in our test. We do that in the setup phase, so move everything there. And our checks aren't very descriptive, so we create a so-called question, wrapping both checks into something readable. To have questions show up in the report correctly, we need to state the subject of the question. I usually just derive the text from the class name. That's why I extend a question with default subject here. And that's it. Let's run it and have a look at the reported steps. The JUnit test fails, obviously, but I wanted to show you the steps as they would appear in the report. The actor navigates to the homepage, searches for a product, completes the checkout, and expects an order confirmation. If any step fails using the WebDriver, you should always have a pretty clear picture of what's actually happening in that step. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want more Sereny mini tutorials in the future. Until then, stay safe, have fun.